Now to breaking news. The death of a black man shot by police in Atlanta has been ruled a homicide. The autopsy report saying Rayshard Brooks was shot twice in the back. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has more on the protests and reaction in Atlanta tonight.
New protests and a Wendy's set on fire after an Atlanta police officer allegedly shot and killed a black man in the restaurant's parking lot. 27-year-old Rayshard Brooks was found sleeping in his car in the Wendy's drive-thru and then failed a sobriety test.
Oh, I think you've had too much to drink to be driving. So put your hands behind your back for me.
The officer's body camera shows Brooks resisting the arrest. A struggle ensues. A cruiser dash cam shows Brooks grabbing the officer's taser, running away, then gunshots. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation has reviewed the officer's video to determine what led him to fire his gun.
It appears to the eye that he points the taser at the Atlanta officer.
Officer Garrett Rolfe has been fired. Officer Devin Brosnan placed on administrative duty. Atlanta's police chief Erica Shields resigned. Meanwhile, as demands for police reform grow louder, Congress is trying to find a compromise.
Is there a path forward that we take a look at the necessity of eliminating bad behavior within our law enforcement community? Is there a path forward? I think we'll find that.
Atlanta's mayor has convened a new committee to examine the use of force by police.
There's a legitimacy to this anger. There's a legitimacy to this outrage.
Outrage was already felt in Atlanta and across the country after the deaths of Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and others. Protesters want change and say they will not stop until it happens. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
Since George Floyd's death nearly 3 weeks ago in Minneapolis, a number of police officers in that city are stepping down. At least 7 have resigned so far. More than half a dozen more are in the process of leaving. Many of the officers say they just aren't getting the support they need from city leaders. $21.1 million has already been spent to keep National Guard troops in Washington, D.C. during the protests. At the peak, 5,100 guardsmen were on the ground in the nation's capital, most coming from out of state. U.S. officials say it costs about $530 a day to keep a Guard member deployed.